Quite a while back I made a little video about my sister deciding she wanted her first handgun. Now I followed us all through the process of her going to the range and testing guns, up to going to the gun shop and picking out the gun and buying the gun. Now at the end of the video she got delayed. So I kind of ended the video there with the delay, and I said I would do a follow-up later. Well, I've been really remiss about doing that follow-up, and several people have asked me, what's the update on your sister getting her first handgun? Did she ever get one? Well, the problem was the state police had put a 30-day hold on her. Well, I was not okay with that because the law says 3 days. But she was okay with it, so she was like, it's my purchase. You gave me the money. I'm buying my own gun. I can wait if I want to wait. So I was like, okay, if you want to wait 30 days, wait the 30 days. Well, at the end of the 30 days, we call the state police and say, okay, what's the deal? And they're like, oh, we're going to need another 30 days because we didn't get that resolved. So we're like, what's the problem? Well, they tell us what the problem is, and the problem was she was named in a lawsuit in Alabama like 22 years ago, and it was about her husband that she was actually separated from at the time, but her name was on the car that was involved in something, so she was named on the suit. Well, the suit was later dropped, the charges were all dropped, etc. against her, not against her husband, but against her, and the case was closed. But the state police said, well, that case still has her name on it, we have to find out what the resolution of that case was, and we're like, well, that wasn't even a case that was anything to do with a disqualifying factor. Even if you found out she had been guilty of that, it wasn't something that would disqualify her from owning a handgun, so I'm not understanding why that's delaying it. Their response was, well, if we see anything, we have to wait till we get it resolved, even if it's not a disqualifying factor. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. You're supposed to just be looking for disqualifying factors. So I was really ticked off, and I went to the gun shop, and I was like, this is what they're doing, and what are you all going to do about it? They're like, well, if they don't give us the clear to go, we can't do it. We can't transfer the gun to her. And I'm like, well, yes, you can transfer the gun to her. You just won't transfer the gun to her. So after that, I went to a friend that was an FFL, and I said to him, my sister even has a TWIC card, and they won't give her the gun. And a TWIC card, for those of you that don't know, it's a card issued by the TSA that gives you permission to work in the transportation industry, to work security at the docks, things like that. And my sister has one of those cards. She just got it like 6 months previous. Now, to get this card, you can't have any felonies. You can't even have gross misdemeanors. You can't even have some just plain old misdemeanors. They're very strict about who gets these cards. They go through a very rigorous background check through the TSA to get these cards. So she passed a background check 6 months ago. So something that happened like 22 years ago should be irrelevant, period. Now, when he heard all this, he was like, that's ridiculous. Go back to that dealer and get your money back and send her to me. And that's what we did. We went and got her money back. I gave her the money. She went to him. And 3 days later, this is the result.